now. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Scandi Reviews podcast. This is a bonus episode because we don't really want to edit, but this is also our first episode with a guest. So
Wait, who?
Sam. Jacob's the guest this week.
Jacob?
Sam is literally in the call.
Yeah, I thought he was just like watching.
No. Sam, we just.
It's fine. I can leave. I can go.
No. Stay here. We need to. Sam, you need to. What? We were playing Minecraft with him, and we agreed. Jacob, you're coming on the podcast in like 10 minutes.
Ben, I'm a star. I can't have any limelight to take it away from me. Okay?
He doesn't have time for this.
I don't have time for this.
Well, Jacob is our first official guest, and to celebrate this monumentous occasion, I'm gonna get a little. Oh, you both froze there. That wasn't good. To celebrate this monumental occasion, we're here.
You froze.
We're beer. Deal with it. That was so stupid. That was such
I told you not to use that.
Yeah. I opened another beer for that.
I don't understand how me being in like a student flat, like where people drink 24/7. I have no beer. I forgot to get. All I have is this half a can of Flat Tenants.
Oh, you're slacking.
And it tastes disgusting.
Oh, nice.
It tastes disgusting.
That's the student life,
So
isn't it?
I might not drink it.
I'm surprised that's just a might. I thought you would definitely.
Maybe if I get desperate enough.
Wait, Sam.
Maybe.
If I get desperate enough, I'll drink it.
I've just got some Coca-Cola in a cup.
A big cup. Have you got the whole bottle in that?
Because
oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Jacob's 17 is not allowed to drink.
I'm not allowed to.
No. Legally, he's not allowed.
Yeah.
But, physically, he's not allowed either. Because his brain hasn't fully developed yet.
Physically, mentally,
economically.
Oh, not that bad.
Oh, I am.
I'm a student loan.
You gotta be bad when I forgot to get a student loan. Like, It's coming. It'll be fine.
It'll get you.
It better be, because I'll just die of being poor.
Death via poor.
I might get a little bursary as well, so that'll be good.
Oh, lucky
extra longer. I just need my student loan to come in.
Bastard.
So I can get a mic and like proper equipment for doing this podcast, so I don't have to use a headphone anymore. Because this is actually painful. Like, I'm actually doing a podcasting course, and I use a headphone for the podcast.
Well, you got to take what you can get.
Right. Okay, boys. Just for the fellas at home, there's going to be a little bit part interview, part chat with our boy, and then a part question time. So where do we start? Jacob, tell us about your
Jacob, tell us about yourself. Yeah.
Well, just to start, this is probably the peak of my life. It's all downhill from here. Appearing on a Scandi Reviews podcast is probably the best thing I'll ever do.
Maybe
it doesn't get much better than that.
No,
so I'm bringing it all in while it lasts, because it's all downhill from here. I'm Jacob. I'm 17. I'm a big lover of movies as well, as you'll already know, and I have done a few. I've done a few movie reviews for the Scandi Reviews page in the past.
Check out Whiplash and Pixels.
Whiplash and Pixels. Pixels was a struggle, but Sam being there made it bearable, at least.
Yeah, that one was rough.
We were able to laugh about it together.
I'm writing a worse one right now, actually.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's the first time in since I've got here that I've had time to start writing a review.
Yeah.
I didn't get very far into it, but it's my review of what was it? St. Elmo's Fire. It's a 0.5.
Oh my god.
Wait, shouldn't
So
we
if anyone
start?
wants to,
Should we start at like a 1 first before we go straight down to 0.5?
no, because this isn't just bad. Technically, as a technical film, this is a lot better than like Pixel. Well, maybe not Pixels, about as bad as Pixels, and better than like Artemis Fowl and stuff.
Hmm.
But like offensively, is like through the roof.
What as
Like,
like a human being or like a film boy?
yeah, it's a film that made me feel filthy watching it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not a great way to go
not a
for
good
things
start.
when you're when you're filming.
Yeah,
Let's see how many people I can offend
Yeah,
when
let's
making
let's
this
see
movie.
how many dreams I can crush with one line of dialogue.
oh, it's so rough.
That's what
I just,
That's what I tried with the breakup. I was like, you know what, this script could be good. This could be the Citizen Kane of short films for Napier University, but I'll just make the dialogue obvious and horrific, so the boys have fun recording it.
Indeed.
I quite liked it. I thought it was fun.
Because
Yeah, I
you can
enjoyed
tell,
doing
you can tell I wanted to be serious about it, and I'm not a very serious person.
it.
So like me trying to write proper dialogue when it's not jokes every 3 seconds, it ends up funny.
Yeah, play to your strengths, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
this isn't interviewing Jacob. We need to
Get
focus.
back on
yeah.
So
topic,
Jacob,
you frauds.
right? Jacob, what are you doing What are you doing? What are you doing, mate?
Oh
What are you
well,
playing at?
I'm studying drama and performance at Edinburgh College.
Mhm.
So yeah, you know, if any of you guys end up becoming famous directors, then
You're the
Well,
first in my short
link me up.
you'll be the first on the cast list, Jacob. Honest.
Thank you.
You
You're
actually will be. We'll be like the new Sandler gang.
Mm.
Oh no, can we not?
Sandler Gang, except we make better films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
can
make,
we? What's a more like? Can we not be like? I'm trying to think of a more sort of like example that you'd want to be,
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, but only Good Will Hunting. Like that
and one of us
that
is
type
a
of film
yeah,
forever. I'll be the Robin Williams. I'll get my Oscar for that,
like
and then just
like
the comedy for the rest of my
Edgar Wright
career.
and Simon Pegg.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah,
And a zombie. Somebody can be a zombie in every
yeah, I'll
movie.
be a zombie.
I'll be.
I'll be a
like
zombie.
in
Don't worry.
every movie, even if it's not a zombie film, we can just have a zombie there.
Yeah. Actually, do you know
Yeah,
what we should do? We should like just rip off Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg.
Oh yeah, they've taken all the good ideas already.
Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them. And if you can't join them, then take their ideas and.
You can't join them, beat them, and then force the ideas out of them.
Yeah, maybe. What's a sweet treat like a cornetto? Maybe Calippo. We could be the Calippo trilogy.
Calippo.
The Calippo trilogy.
Lime and orange Calippo.
And there's Coca-Cola Calippos.
Is there?
Yeah, I had one
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
2 weeks ago.
Wait,
Was it
It was
good?
it was decent. Yeah, it was decent.
Well,
too
do
bad.
you have like a ranking for your iced lollies? Because I remember when we did a tier list for fizzy drinks.
Oh
damn.
yeah.
I kind of want to.
Wait, so are we ranking Calippos or iced lollies?
Ice lollies.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I don't have my mic stand here to look really cool, but I don't remember the last time I had a Calippo, so I'm gonna have to sit this one out.
Well, Calippos are like
logging off.
A or B tier.
Yeah, I'd say B tier.
I think B.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some
thing
S
is, though,
tiers?
Wait, are these for ice lollies?
extra
or
ice
just
lollies.
Calippo?
I really like just the classic ice pops, you know? Like the
plastic
just yeah,
ones
just
you
like the
crunch.
ones in
Yeah, they're
plastic.
good. They're
They're
good.
just they're just a
yeah.
classic.
They're so
You get
simple,
them in
and you
so
can
many
reuse them.
flavors. They're just amazing, you know. You can't
I'd
go
probably
wrong.
give them a B as well.
Yeah,
Like I put them on the same level as Calippos.
I don't know if I'd maybe rate them higher just for their cheapness and simplicity.
yeah,
That's
Because
true.
you can buy so many of them for like you get like a 20 pack for like £2.
Mm-hmm.
B plus, B plus. I'll give
B
it a B
plus.
plus.
Yeah, fair enough.
What are those
Oh,
ones?
what
where
about
you get like a tub and it's like little balls, paws.
Oh no! I know the one you're
of
talking.
ice. Yeah,
I know the one you're talking about.
I like
See,
them.
I would give them a higher tier, except when it's sunny, they get all stuck together and they don't come out.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
hate that. That was like my pet peeve
You
back
have
in
to-
back in the day when I didn't have to worry about things like school. God damn these ice flavored ice balls sticking together. This is the
I
worst
never had
thing
those.
ever.
If you're gonna have an ice lolly, you need it to be suitable for every temperature. So you
Yeah.
need to be able to have them in the dead of winter and like the peak of the summer. And those,
These ice lollies need to be adaptable, people.
yeah.
Mm. What about what are they called? Like twisters or something?
Oh
Is that what they're called?
Are they not just like Calippos?
no.
No, oh wait,
That's
am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure.
The swirly ice cream ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but are ice creams really ice lollies, or are we
Are we
going
not
into
counting
more
ice?
Mainly ice lolly. But it's got
Because
the-
if we were counting like ice cream lollies, then things like Feast would be like S tier because they're
Okay, no,
so good.
none of them then. Okay, only ice lollies. Well, what about fruit pastels?
I
Like
don't
the fruit pastels ice
No.
lollies.
Yeah.
No,
I think whenever people make like ice lollies of sweets and things, they're just worse than the original thing. It's kind of like when Snickers made like Snickers ice cream. It was all right, but you just have a Snickers.
I don't like Snickers usually.
Um,
So
I, yeah, neither do I.
I think it's not the same because we're discounting. No, we're not talking about ice cream, but the Oreo ice cream, they're incredible. Like
They
they're
are
god
incredible.
tier.
Like the
In terms,
They're good.
like
in
the ice
terms
cream
of food in
sandwiches.
general, they're god tier. They're like S's here, god tier.
Well,
my
like the
ceiling.
ice like the ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oreos. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're so good. They're so good. Ice
Yeah.
cream sandwiches are just like the best thing ever.
They are so good.
Delicious.
Okay.
Right, should
Yeah.
we
The
should we do
twister.
some movie stuff?
Yeah. Sorry, but just the
Probably.
twister
Yeah,
is
yeah,
an
okay,
ice cream
twister, yeah.
lollipop on a stick. So
Lollipop.
We've got too invested in the tier list.
we kind of have.
Lollipop though, lollipop.
Lollipop,
Yeah.
lollipop.
No, but it is ice cream first. So if
Ice cream
I say-
lollipop, ice lolly.
Hmm.
No, but I think the main part of the ice of ice lolly is the ice
Ice.
part. Ice isn't just short for ice cream. I don't think that's how
Yeah,
that
okay.
works.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm just actually I do have a question before we get into the film stuff.
Hmm?
Jacob,
Mhm.
you, your your Instagram is turtly creamed.
Ah, yes,
Do you
indeed.
mind telling us the backstory to that, please?
All right. Well, I've had Clash of Clans for like a long time now, like 6 years, right?
Okay.
And that's where the name first came around. So when I was like 11 years old, I was thinking to myself, like, people say, "Oh, you got totally creamed, dude," and then I was like, "Turtly creamed." That'd be such a cool nickname. And
Wait, I'm
so,
sorry. Who's saying that you got cream?
okay, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't know it has. I was like,
Our
I thought it
family
just.
watch this podcast, Jacob.
I, I thought it just meant like, yo, you
Just pwned. So if they said you got
Pwned.
totally pwned, you would have.
Yeah, but I thought that would be that.
Totally
That's too
pwned.
weird. So turtly creamed, and I was like, I don't
Turtly
even like turtles. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because you're a mole guy. You're not a turtle guy.
I am a mole guy. Although I used to like tortoises
mole.
quite a lot, but I've always been a mole guy. You know, moles are awesome.
Yeah,
They dig big
that's fair.
holes. They're
But
cool.
I would just
Don't
like
mind moles.
I just like to butt in here.
Hmm?
Surely turtles are higher up than tortoises. Because tortoises, don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
they're cool. They can live for like hundreds of years. So what? Turtles can swim, my guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
tortoises
the
are
thing
just
is,
like land turtles, and sea's
the
cooler than
thing is
land.
though, I like tortoises because I wanted one as a pet, but you can't really have
Oh.
turtles as a pet because
If you're a really cruel
that's a
owner,
lot
you
more.
could.
It's a lot more maintenance.
That's fair.
If you're a really cruel owner, you could own a turtle.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, if you believe hard enough.
Well, no, it's
If
like
you wish hard enough.
when you talk to, not that I do often, but when you talk to kids and you're like, I want a penguin for Christmas, and you're like, how on earth are you going to keep a penguin? Just throw it in the bath with some ice cubes. Like,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
yeah, that
No,
would
have
be.
you ever seen that Mr. Popper's Penguins movie?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
That's
He
quite funny.
had penguins.
I can't
That's quite
remember
an
what.
old movie, isn't it? I remember watching that when I was like way young. How old
I
is
don't
that
think
movie?
it's. I'll look up.
Well, maybe not way
I
young,
remember when. No,
but
it's
it, like
2011. I remember when it came out in the cinemas.
yeah,
I remember
it's
watching
It's
it.
still
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's great. I love him.
yeah, I like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's fun. 47%. Yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah.
It's pretty accurate. I thought the movie was pretty good at the time.
mhm.
No, I still enjoy. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it a few years ago and I still enjoy it.
See, I think that with Rotten Tomatoes, you get things like you don't always agree because sometimes
But Rot-
movies are like that bad that you've just got a kind of a connection to them, so you enjoy
Yeah,
them.
Rotten
it's like
Tomatoes, it isn't like to say like this is like a 47% out of 100. So that it's like hard. It's
Yeah,
a bad thing to use to judge. It means that 47% of people like the movie.
and it's like
So
yes,
it's it's like different.
because critics think analytically and they don't think about the enjoyment of the film. Like
yeah,
with us, just to boost us up above actual critics that have, have degrees and have been in the job for like
yeah,
20 plus
exactly.
years.
They don't count.
But
They should
we
be listening to us.
we do count our
We
I,
do.
enjoyment of the film in the score. Like
I
Yeah.
do feel like critics. I think critics count their enjoyment. At least the ones that I've read.
Well, have you
Some people
seen?
won't, but I try and.
but if you're going into Mr. Popper's Penguins with Jim Carrey and ranking it like as a film, as a motion picture, is never going to be a good score. But if you go into it thinking it's Jim Carrey going insane with penguins, who is
You can get a bit of enjoyment out of the film.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it about a 6, to be fair.
Yeah, I think
I think
so.
that's a fair score.
I haven't watched it.
When I'm doing reviews, I usually try and split, like thinking about it critically and on
Just
my
your regular
pure
enjoyment
enjoyment.
of the film.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I
like,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. Have you seen the like the recent rating on Rotten Tomatoes for Cuties?
Oh God.
It's like
No.
They've rated it 89%.
Oh yeah, because
Like,
it's 86 and it's 2.4.
I know it's because looking at the film purely as a motion picture, it's actually, it's good, but the actual, it's just so they work around the themes that they're trying to work
Is
around
it the
so
what?
badly.
I haven't read that much into it. They were talking about it in the
I
Let's Chat About Movies group chat, but I didn't read it.
Yeah,
And they were like,
I've seen a couple of like YouTube videos,
I
and
watched a review of
I've
it.
watched
Yeah.
a couple
I
of
don't.
clips and things, and it's just the main point of Cuties is to project that the sexualization of underage children is bad, but they go about it so badly
Okay.
and end up actually promoting it because they
Oh
just
no.
Yeah.
like the shots that they
They show
take
the
of
stuff that they're
these.
condemning.
I know, like the shots they take of these 11-year-old like actresses
Oh no.
is absolutely horrific. You know, you can't
Like
you can't
you
get away
can
with that stuff. It's literally like it's just so bad.
you can make a movie about that kind of thing, but you can't
Mhm.
show the thing that you're talking about. You cut away or you don't show it. It's not that
Mhm.
hard to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If you're showing it, then you're just as bad as the people.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, but they don't even do it subtly. Like they full on. It's as if they're trying to like
Oh
to
no.
get these shots of these clearly underage actresses, and it's just terrible. You know.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go anywhere near it.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not
Nah,
gonna.
that's a discussion for that's a more of a private discussion to have.
But
We do have kind of a question that ties in with that. I'm
Mhm.
trying to like link this together as much as I can, but
mhm.
it's a very like loose link. So it's a question that says, thoughts on separating the art from the artist.
Nice segue.
We've talked briefly about it, Sam. Like when we talked about Roman Polanski and how we condemn his actions, and
Mhm.
Woody Allen, we condemn that, but as like aspiring,
For
pretentious film people,
Mm.
we have to, consume what they've made because they've undoubtedly had a major impact on the film industry. But at the same time,
okay,
as
yeah.
people, they're scumbags.
For me, there's different levels to it
Yeah,
when it comes to different mediums. So like, if it's when it comes to like a Roman Polanski or a Woody Allen film, I can separate the art from the artist because there's hundreds of other talented people who didn't do anything wrong working on the project.
yeah,
Mm.
But then when it comes to like something like someone like R. Kelly or
yeah.
Michael Jackson, I'm less inclined to separate it
Mm.
because it's theirs primarily. You
And
know what
as
I mean?
well, there's like not all musical artists I'll not listen to because Y&W Melly and TK, just two examples, they made songs claiming that they killed people and have gone to prison for killing those people.
Mm.
But I still listen to Murder on My Mind and The Race
Yeah,
because it's a confession. TK less so because he's almost taunting the police, like I killed 3 people, come get me, like that. I think that's literally why he made it, because he was on the run and he was like, you know what, I'm going to make a song, and now he's in prison for 75 years or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. When it comes to like, I feel like murder is a different. Like, I mean, like sort of the child stuff is on a different level to
Yeah.
murder. Like, murder is
Yeah.
obviously one of the worst things that you can do. But I'd listen to or watch something from a murderer and I'd condemn the person,
Mm.
but I can't listen to like an R. Kelly song.
Yeah,
I
it's like
can't do it.
I was listening to a podcast with Raphael Rowe, who was an ex-prisoner who was wrongly convicted for something, and now he does stuff on Netflix, like where he goes and meets the most dangerous criminals, and he will shake the hand of a murderer, but he refuses to shake a rapist's hand. Just not from experience. He hasn't been raped. I don't think I can openly say that without this video being demonetized, but
I don't think we're getting
we
any
don't get ads.
monetary.
There's no monetary gain for this.
Just because of like genuine humanity, he won't shake the hand of a rapist.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
think it's
there's certain
it's the
like
same with film. Like if I was to watch a film and like, it's why I won't touch most Harvey Weinstein films that he's produced.
I
Just
never
'cause
realized that a film's produced by him until I watch it, and then I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. It's like when I watched Pulp Fiction and I saw his name, I had to think Quentin directed it and wrote it. It's acceptable, but I'm not going to watch it
yeah.
that much afterwards.
Mm.
What do you think, Jacob? We've kind of not let you talk that much during this.
Well, my opinion on it is, you can't really like deny that a work that somebody's created isn't good, even if the person themselves has done something like irreversibly bad. Like same with like actors. Like you can admit that somebody's acting is really good. Like, I don't know, like hypothetically Kevin Spacey or something. I enjoy his acting and everything, but obviously there's been accusations against him that
Yeah.
that say he's not that great of a person. But I can still watch films that he's in, like Baby Driver and Seven, and think to myself, he acted well in that part, but I can try and separate what he's done from accusations that he's had.
Yeah,
But I guess there kind of has to be a place where you draw the line. You can't really be watching and celebrating somebody's art when they themselves are a absolutely wretched piece of dirt, you know?
It's not at all like this, but it's like how TikTok tried to cancel John Lennon, a man who's been dead for 40 years, for having the N word in the title of his song, which is definitely. I'm not trying to defend him because he beat his family and he was probably a racist. But that
I
song
don't
is
think the Beatles, like John Lennon, was a racist because the Beatles were one of the people that pushed towards
no,
anti-segregation.
but I think that like
Yeah,
in fact they put it in the title of the song, but it's
that
about
is
the
dodgy.
oppression of women being like slavery and how black people in the 60s and 70s were treated like human scum. I think the message is okay, but the way he went around it is just really, really not good.
Yeah.
John, I know you're listening. Come on, guys, try better next time.
Yeah, come on, John. Get your act together, man.
Yeah, John Lennon is a case where like the Beatles are my favorite band, and I can acknowledge that like John, like, and to an extent, like I think Paul have done some questionable things.
Yeah.
When it comes to
No,
their partners.
Not John. Paul died in a car crash. Billy Shears is you, Paul.
Well,
yeah, like that. I can't not like the Beatles, you know.
it's quite hard to do that, honestly.
Yeah.
But like none of them are anywhere near as bad as like someone like R. Kelly. Like it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like if it turns out that one of the Beatles were involved in that kind of thing, then I'd be like, oh.
Yeah. No, I'd stop. If it was
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
specific as that.
Well, that's the thing, though. If information came up that one member of the Beatles had done something like really bad, would you continue to listen to the Beatles' music? That's the question, like because the Beatles' music is it's like such a classic and integrated into music. But
I mean,
if information was to come up that like one of the Beatles members had done something absolutely terrible, like would you continue to listen to their music?
My guy, to be honest,
I'd like to say that I wouldn't, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say I probably would still continue to listen to their music. I would just actively, be like, I do not in any way agree with what this guy did, but I can't deny that the music that they made is really good,
I just feel like in the case of something like the Beatles, they like since I was a kid, they've been such like a big part of my life that I can't. It's like impossible to cut that out.
Yeah.
And if it was something really, really bad, then I'd feel weird about listening to them, and it might put me off it. But
I think for me,
be difficult to say.
Most of what I own is like Beatles related, and actually, I've got 2 examples, and they're both Lego. So I'll be very nice.
Amazing.
There's this
Lego That's
Beatles,
good. Lego Beatles.
But I think Julian Lennon has a quote where he's talking about his dad, and he says, "How can you preach about love being all you need? Advocate for the ending of a war, go home at the end of the day, after that, beat your wife and family." And it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
And as well, little Lego Kobe Bean Bryant. When you talk about his life and his career, is you definitely have to bring up the rape case in court that he fought against while he was in the NBA, because it's necessary to the story of him. It was ultimately ruled not guilty, I think. Yeah, it was definitely.
Was it ruled not guilty, or was it settled out of court?
It was settled out of court, but that was so much then that it changed him from Kobe Bryant into the Black Mamba.
Yeah,
I think it's necessary
it's tough to say a lot.
to mention it when you're talking about the legacy of these great people. I'm not claiming that Kobe's as big as the Beatles, but you know, they're
Yeah.
comparable. You can compare the two.
Mm.
All right. Yeah.
I was a bit deep.
Should we
I was a
move on to another
bit
one? Because I don't like
deep-ended
thinking about the Beatles being bad.
Okay, we've just got stuff telling you to watch Roma, Jacob, if you haven't
Yeah,
already.
Jacob, I actually do watch Roma though. It's really good.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched Roma.
Okay.
It's so good. It's on Netflix, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's really, really good.
I'll maybe give it a try.
Should. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Next.
have you heard that Twitter is trying to cancel Genghis Khan?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like this. I thought it was a joke the first time I heard it, but Twitter actually like trying to, or they did try to cancel Genghis Khan, and he's been dead for a very long time.
Also, I'm pretty sure everyone's already went through the
years.
process of thinking maybe you shouldn't do what Genghis Khan did.
I mean,
Like
hey,
no one's saying
he did in fact like shape the earth, and like a third of Mongolia are like descended from him or something.
yeah, that's got to be some
Hey,
sort of, that's got to be a little bit rapey.
If you want to be remembered, then just take over most of the world.
Oh my god. Wait, I'm just gonna Google Genghis Khan cancelled
I'm looking at Genghis Khan Twitter.
Twitter. But when
Twitter users are cancelling
most-
Genghis Khan.
oh
Yeah,
my god.
we already know what a bad person he was.
Yeah. It's like, but when
Oh my God, this
something
is
that
such
happens on Twitter, most of it is people saying, I can't believe people are trying to cancel this person.
I'm on such a
Yeah, that's
dodgy
true.
website. Like
You're gonna get
the
malware.
the first line is Twitter users are cancelling Genghis Khan after a user posted a thread outlining what a bag person he really was.
Oh,
And then there's a link that goes, Twitter, has the Annabelle doll escaped?
oh my God. Is the answer yes? Should we be scared?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Oh my
I'm just gonna
God.
look up who's been cancelled today.
Who's been cancelled? That should be a website. Who's
Yeah,
been cancelled today? You click on a button and then somebody pops up who's being cancelled on Twitter.
Oh my god.
That's so stupid. Who hasn't thought that Genghis Khan was a bit
I don't know. I don't think you ever
of
grew
a
up
bad
thinking
person?
Genghis Khan, pretty nice guy.
See,
To be honest.
my opinion on Genghis Khan, I think he was a fair person, but he was also very destructive. I'll say that.
He was all I can say about
Anyone who
Genghis Khan is he
murders all that
definitely
people.
existed. He was definitely alive.
I mean, I guess it was a different time. Murder was less sort of
It
frowned
was a
upon, wasn't
different
it?
time, you know. If you want to conquer something,
He
you
was
could
as
just go
nice.
ahead and do it.
He
Genghis
was
Khan,
about as well, not as nice, but as like fair and just as a murderous, bloodthirsty dictator could get. But that's still being a murderous, bloodthirsty dictator.
True. Very true.
I'll give him that. He was the OG. I think Genghis Khan is the original YNW Melly. I think he was just walking about singing "Murder on My Mind."
Murder on his mind.
Except he actually did kill like
Yeah.
like 10 million people.
Oh god. I don't actually think we have any more questions, so we'll just have to think of our own.
I've got a question, Jacob, and for
Yes.
the floor.
Yes.
Who does everyone think are some of the most memorable, scary, intimidating, or whatever, like one of those buzzwords, like bad guys in movies?
Oh well,
Or like
it's
just the
in my
best?
name. It's in my name, isn't it? Hannibal
Jacob.
Lecter,
Folks at home can see
Oh,
acted out by no. Sir Anthony Hopkins. I think he almost spearheaded the like almost the through the screen intimidation, because in the scene where he's in the high security like mental hospital, the camera shots that are used where he's like facing down on the camera and his eyes are like that, and it's you know, people have done that so much after that, because it just shows the absolute like creepiness, and it just makes you so like scared like through the screen, even though it's no, there's no cheap jump scares, there's nothing like that. He's just so cold and heartless, and you can just tell that like through the screen. I just think that's amazing, the way that
Yeah,
Sir Anthony Hopkins like acted in the in the Silence of the Lambs.
that's a good shout.
That's fair. Sam,
Any more, or Ben?
Well, I think. Wait, like scariest as in made me genuinely terrified to close my eyes for the next week.
Or just like best. It could be scariest, but it doesn't need to be.
I think I might have to split my vote between Heath Ledger's Joker and Jack Nicholson in The Shining. And I'll make my case for The Shining first.
I don't know if Jack Nicholson is the villain.
My guy, honestly, when
we can have that conversation.
When we watched that film at yours, I was getting the bus home. I honestly, when I was waiting for the bus, it was probably like a 5-minute wait. I thought it felt like an hour. I was so terrified. I was so terrified that I was going to turn around.
Yeah, it is the best horror movie ever.
Jack Nicholson was just going to be swinging an axe at me. And it was kind of spooky. But I think
that movie is just a classic, though, isn't it?
Oh, I just hiccuped.
I agree with The Shining having one of the most, like, the best sort of villains of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But but the villain of The Shining is the house itself, the hotel, the Overlook Hotel.
Yeah, but I was never terrified.
It's his own separate character.
Turn around the corner and chop my legs off.
No, but
after I watched The Shining, I was so scared that the house was going to come up behind me and just step on me and I'd die.
But the house is what makes Jack Nicholson like what he is.
Yeah, I know, but
the house is the driving force. The house doesn't make sense if you lay it out in a blueprint intentionally to get deep rooted into your mind.
Sam, you've mentioned this before on the podcast.
Yeah,
he just can't stop talking.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's important.
I think it's the only film
we're talking about villains.
Everybody knows. Okay, and then my case for the Joker. Yeah. My case.
I got loads of film facts.
Is Heath Ledger normally steals every scene. He feels like the only actor in any scene he's in. Like he embodies the Joker in his performance so much that it feels like you're watching a film just about him. Like Batman's not even in it. Like, he's terrifying.
If we're on the subject of villains, can we talk about why every villain in Scooby-Doo is actually trash at their job? Like for the amount of episodes that Scooby-Doo has had, like the villain hardly ever wins because it's the same. They just get found out. They need to have better plans, you know? If it wasn't for those meddling kids, shut up, just get a better plan.
I honestly think it's not their fault. It's just the meddling kids.
It's just that, and that damn dog too. Ruh-roh.
Oh, speaking of Scooby-Doo, do you remember I had to play Scooby-Doo and you're playing?
Oh yeah,
that was so funny. I don't know where the inspiration for that came from.
I don't know.
I got because I got you to play Scooby-Doo. So the premise, like the message I was trying to put into everybody's heads was don't do drugs. That was the message, because what happens is Ben gets peer pressured. No, not Ben. Wait, yes, Ben? Was it Ben?
It wasn't.
No, that was me.
No. It was Sam.
Wait, Sam, did you play Shaggy?
Sam was Shaggy.
I was Shaggy.
Yeah, so Sam gets peer pressured into taking a copious amount of drugs, and then he has a fantasy in which he's Shaggy, Ben is Scooby, and another few of the classmates played the rest of the gang, and then they go around, and the vision in my head was that, like, things would progressively get worse and more distorted, but it just kind of came out in the end as a really, a really weird Scooby-Doo themed play in which Sam winds up dead and Ben says "Rut row raggy" and runs away.
I was supposed to do the voice, but I was like, nah.
He got scared and just said "Rut row
I
raggy."
didn't get scared. I just thought, I'm only on my hands and knees. They know I'm Scooby. What's the point in doing the voice? I'll just be rot row raggy.
That's the attitude.
Yeah.
That's the attitude we need to have.
They know I'm meant to be Scooby, so I don't need to act like him. It's fine.
They know
Sam,
I'm Shaggy, so I'll just talk like this.
Yeah.
The one where I smacked someone over the head with a lamp.
What was that? Oh, that was mine.
Yeah, that was so
Was
good.
that not mine?
Yeah.
That was actually, I was quite proud of that.
Wait, was
Yeah.
that the one with the like the landlord coming to evict the tenant?
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah,
I
and then
enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and then
That
it was
that
a serial
good.
killer.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'd quite like to make that into like an actual short film. Like a
I
skit.
will
I'll take a
reprise
serial
my
killer.
role. If you
Yes.
have me.
That was so good. Like,
Yeah, I like that one. That
and it
was
was
fun.
the puns when I was killing them. It was great.
Oh man,
Wait,
Ben
Jacob,
was in his element.
Were you the first landlord that I
Yes.
killed?
Yeah, I was the first
You
landlord.
said this is the end of the line, and then I just shanked you.
It's the end of the line.
Oh my god.
What was the thing that you said after you said the end of the line? I can't remember because you're meant. That was why you said it, so you could
It's
say
quite a
something.
while ago. I can't remember the exact pun, but I'm sure it was hilarious.
But
There was one where they were
the second when I picked up
there was a lights out.
Lights out. Bang. Oh,
That was good.
My one was awful. It was like my first time ever writing a script, and I was like, I had watched like an entire season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine the weekend before we were supposed to write it, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do a murder mystery where his wife dies and he has to solve the own case. The case.
It wasn't that bad, really.
I think what really let me down was the people I let do the action scene, like the cluster of police officers we had, and then James just throwing my headphones at the floor as a flashbang.
Oh my god.
I thought it was quite funny.
I'm gonna take a quick break to the loo.
Okay. We'll just
Right.
Memento. Ad break.
I didn't want to say this while he was here, but I really miss him. I miss being around Jake every single day. And
That's true. Yeah, same.
Plug your little ears, Sam. With your fingies. I also really miss Sam. Like, I'm at home.
I miss Ben as well.
I'm at home and everyone's at uni and college, and I just miss my boys.
You'll get there.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
I get there when my student loan comes through, and I can visit the boys every week.
I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it because Glasgow's like kind of fucked.
Lockdown, yeah. Oh, also, boys. I'd like to. While Jacob's away, I didn't know how to segue this in, but he's back. So.
What were you going to segue?
The intro music. I'd like
to
thank JJ Bone for giving us the intro music. He didn't want us to plug any of his social medias. Pardon me. But if I upload this, I'm going to put the link to his Instagram in the description because he's a very talented boy, and I want him to do well. He wants to be a sound producer, and he's definitely capable. The beat he's given us is just perfect.
It's really good.
What I imagined for it.
Oh, is it? I've not heard it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's really good.
It's like 11 seconds long, but it's perfection. I love him.
Yeah.
We should use this. We should use this ad break. I'll plug the that Discord server I'm in, and then I'll drop you a $5.
Oh my god.
All right, plug it then. Then drop us both a $5.
Oh no, shouldn't we drop him a $5 and then you can drop the podcast into the Discord and we'll get thousands of views.
I guess.
Well, then They can put no fivers in and we can just exchange shout-outs.
Maybe.
Fair enough.
That's fair. I don't have the money for
Alright,
it.
go on. Let's hear your shout-out.
All right, guys, we have a sponsored break just for 2 seconds. Do you guys like anime? Me neither. Who cares? Go and check out the Drechenau YouTube channel. That's DRECHENAUX, and go join the Discord. That's where all the action happens. Make friends, join events. There's like a 1,000 people there. It's about to get partnered with Discord. You know, it's a hive of activity. Just come and make friends. I think I don't know if Sam or Ben are there already or have been before, but
I'm about to join it, I think.
but
Just for the views.
oh, he got he got the intro music.
I was looking at the at the account.
But yeah, make sure to join up. Drop my boy Drechenau a sub on YouTube. He's working his way up to 50k. Yeah, in exchange, I'm dropping the podcast in the Discord. So if for some reason you haven't watched the podcast, even though you're watching the podcast, go to the Discord and watch the podcast.
I think.
Oh, Jacob, plug
Yes,
plug our Instagram account as well and get us to 600.
I will. Don't worry. I'll plug the
Yes.
Instagram account.
Bro, we have been stuck at 577 for the past 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause we've not done many reviews.
if I plug the Instagram, hopefully you guys would get to 600 easy enough.
Oh, get in.
Like we got up to 580, I think, and then we just dropped back down to 576, and it's so painful. Like I think
We've not been as active though, because like
we
everything's been
haven't,
going on.
we really haven't.
But if you are editing a little bit of this, just I'll give you like a link to put up, so you can like just put it up on the screen or
We
something.
could just have it
in the description or whatever. Oh
We'll
yeah,
put it in the description so more people see it.
the link to the Discord server will be in the description below, so make sure to check it out.
Yes.
All
Alright.
Sponsored break over.
What time are we at, Ben?
We're at midnight. Do you always?
midnight.
No, I mean like
No,
the recording time.
I don't know how long we're at for recording.
Must have been like an hour by now, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to? I can pause and check. I don't know. We're just when we have nothing to talk about, we can end it. It can be either a super long one.
That'll probably be like 5 hours.
Maybe. We'll just chop.
We should probably be in between an hour and a half, or else it'll be too long.
Yeah.
To watch.
Oh,
So I think there'll maybe just be like a little bit of editing for you guys to do, but it probably won't be that much.
I just checked.
I'll just be like taking out like 2 bits or something.
You sent us the details at 11:30.
So it's been about an hour.
About an hour.
We'll go for another 15 minutes then.
Yeah, and then we'll see where we're at.
You guys want to talk
Okay.
S5 drama real quick? Because that's really where.
Isn't that what we were just talking about?
I know, but like, do you want to talk about that as a whole? Because I think that's really when we became. Homies,
Yeah, I'd say so.
Where I wanted to start pursuing like creative stuff as a career. I don't know about you two, but Jacob, do you want to start the ball? Let's get the ball rolling.
For sure. Well, I think S5 drama it's potentially the best and my favorite class I took in the entirety of Wade as a whole.
Yeah.
Because I mean, advanced higher drama was obviously a lot of fun, but one, my man Ben wasn't there, so that kind of just takes it down a notch. And two, there was quite a lot of people there who we didn't know, who we did become good friends with. But it's, you know, S5 drama was just, we had all the guys, we had all the lads, we had such a laugh, you know, doing the subjects. Everybody there was, you know, pretty much invested in what they were doing, because in the years before that, when you do drama, a lot of people take it as kind of a throwaway subject, which kind of sucks, because you've got people in the class who, if you get paired up with, you know they're just not going to do anything, which is kind of a dampener. if you're trying
Yeah.
to put your all into it, and they're just like, yeah, well, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just took this as an easy subject, which it isn't. Which a
Isn't
lot of people assume wrongly that drama's an easy subject,
It's
but it
not.
really isn't.
Not to be like not when you're properly like trying at it.
Yeah, like not to be like pretentious or anything. Obviously, you got maths and physics, which are a lot more academically challenging. But if you took someone who was like really good at maths or whatever and just kind of chucked them into drama, they'd have a pretty tough time unless they were really good at multitasking.
It's a different skill set. Like
Yeah, for
someone
sure.
who's really smart could be good at every class apart from like the arts classes, like art, music, and drama. Like it's a different thing.
For me personally, before drama, I was told not to take any of the expressive arts. Like Mr. McLeod encouraged me not to take art, music, or drama.
Why?
And I don't know, because I was bad at music and I can't draw or paint.
Mr. McLeod,
It's
he was
clueless.
actually he had such a favoritism complex. Like the people who were
Oh, he
good
so
at
did.
music, the people who were good at music, he was like, "Oh, you guys are amazing. You guys are gods. Go do what you want." Like James, for example, who is obviously an absolutely amazing musician.
Yeah,
But Mr. McLeod was like literally fawning over James, whereas people who weren't that good at music, since Mr. McLeod was head of arts at the time, he was just like, I don't want you in my class.
Yeah.
That was literally
Yeah.
what he was saying. He's like, I don't want you here. You're not good at music. I don't want you here.
I was sarcastic
It
in
was
class in second year or first year. I'm not sure actually. No, it was first year because Jack wasn't in my like class for that, and he just shunned me for the year. He just straight up said once, "I wouldn't encourage you to take any expressive arts." And now I want to be a stand-up comedian, sometimes kind of an actor,
and now he's gone.
Yeah, for
you lasted longer.
Are we legally allowed to say what he did in the podcast?
I don't know.
Has it been confirmed? We can just say allegedly if it hasn't been.
No.
I think we'll leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it just in case Miss
But it
Mackay
was
watches the podcast.
There for you, boy.
It was allegedly bad.
Mrs. Mackay, if you're watching the podcast, I hope you found my clarinet because I left it at reception.
But yeah, that was his go-to thing whenever anyone was misbehaving. He was like, "Don't take any of my subjects this next year." He'd say that all the
he
time.
always used to brag about how his students or he'd got his students to straight A's for higher last year.
And then we find out why he got them all straight
The only
A's.
reason why. One, because he kicked out anybody who he didn't think was going to get an A, and two, undisclosed.
Yes, it's an undisclosed dodgy reason.
Redacted.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I definitely, for me, S5 drama was like my first chance in school to be myself. Because I'm not trying to say I've been fake to people, but I hadn't been, because on this podcast even I'm not as loud and as explosive and funny as I think I am around my friends, but with the boys in drama, I was just given a confidence boost every time I walked into the class. I was just like,
because it was like a judgment-free zone, wasn't it?
No one is going to
for
judge
sure.
me here because everyone's acting.
Yeah.
I actually think this is the real me when I stand on the table every week, every day, rehearsing and scream my monologue.
Yeah, doing drama made me far more confident as well. Like I wasn't that good at talking to people before. But now I can just go up and talk to anyone.
I actually think like a main reason why people don't pursue drama is because of the public perception and how they think their friends will think of them if they do drama. But the main thing
that's exactly what I thought.
You just have to not care. You have to disregard what other people are doing.
That's what I don't understand. People make fun of people for doing drama and then they watch a movie.
Yeah, it's really silly because when you go up to somebody and they say, "Oh, what are you studying?" and I say, "Oh, I'm studying performance at college," and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Come on, like it's just as well. I wouldn't say just as important, but it's definitely such an important, part of society. Movies,
Yeah.
theater, music, all
Well,
that
yes,
kind of stuff.
Even
everyone does it. Everyone like consumes it.
Mm. So there's obviously a demand for it.
to a lesser extent.
Yeah, exactly.
With like people, when I told people I wanted to do a film course at university, which I'm not doing now, but I just still kind of want to do. I was like, there were two responses to that. It was either, "Oh, I'm really proud of you," and then there was, "What's your backup plan when that inevitably fails?"
Oh, backup plan was a big thing.
Yeah. And even
Yeah.
That I went through a whole period of people didn't tell me about my backup plan until they realized that like I'm gonna do it no matter what.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then people like loosened up a bit.
Yeah.
hmm People always expect you to have a backup plan if you're doing something like this because it's
I mean, it's good.
so
It's always good to have a
unreliable.
backup plan for anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
If you go into
it's such a thing that people say when it comes to something like that. You should always
Yeah.
have a backup plan, but the way that people say it is like you should focus on your backup plan when actually like
Mm.
if you're not putting 100% focus into like something like film, you're not going to make it.
if you go into
It's like
thinking
it's,
that you need a backup plan, then there's always going to be a part of you that thinks
Mm.
you're not capable of doing it.
yeah, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger said. He did this big like award speech thing, and he said that um, if you have a plan A, don't ever focus on plan B because if you put some of your if you put some of your focus towards plan B, you're not putting 100% into what you're doing at the moment. And that really
Exactly.
like resonated with me because I was always like, I'm not that confident that I'll be able to get a job out of this, so I need to have a plan B. But that would always like be in the back of my mind saying, you might not achieve this, but I need to remember to just put 100% into plan A and what I really want to do.
You've got to be confident.
For sure.
Yeah. When it comes to something like this, you got to believe that you're as good as the people who are like above you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else you're never going to overtake them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same for anything, but especially something like film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's such a cutthroat thing to
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
into. You have to
Like it's
think you're the
you have
best.
to learn to deal with the
Best.
rejection as well,
Mm.
because you know you're going to get it's inevitable.
Yeah.
There's going to be like shortcomings, but then you just got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
when it happened, when I got like rejected by the universities to do my courses in film, I was a bit upset at the start, but then I was like, you know what, it's going to give me some time to improve on what I want to do. I'm going to have like a couple of years doing another course that's going to help me write more. It's going to help me direct more, like experiment more with film, and I'm going to have time to learn to edit, to like get the proper software to edit. And with my course, they're teaching me how to edit like videos and video essays, which can be really helpful in the near future for doing like Sam and Ben's Film Corner, the podcast, and then short films in the end.
Yeah, just take it as like
I even said
you didn't make it at this. Oh yeah, carry on.
I even said like on my private story, which I talk about every podcast that no one else really is on that watches, but I'm gonna properly edit my short film that I made for Napier and see if it works with good editing, because that's really what screwed me, that I had to cut everything out and make it 3 minutes long when it would have worked better like 10 to 11 minutes.
Editing is so important. Like honestly, like when I put like all the stuff together from something that I haven't edited, I'm like, this is absolutely terrible. And the most satisfying thing is like seeing it go from something that's awful, and then just through like cuts and like choices with like music and like when you're going to cut this and when you're going to cut that, it goes from something unwatchable to something that you can actually be quite proud.
Yeah, could you even imagine Hoot House 3 without the music and the cuts? I don't think so.
Exactly.
Is genuinely incredible.
A masterpiece of cinema.
I don't know if it's me being biased because it's my best friends in the short film that I'm really sad I couldn't make with you boys.
I know. I'm sad as well. I think it would have been Big Felipe would have been a good addition.
Charlie, get that Hoot House 4 script written before I write it for you, big boy.
I really love watching it because I felt like we all collectively managed to like sort of capture like our sort of like what we did in our when we were kids when we were making those
Yeah, you were,
they were all from 4 years ago.
We were able to really capture the essence of Hoot House and what it means to the whole friend group, really.
Maybe from someone outside, they'd have no idea what was going on. But
Yeah.
for us, it was quite is it cathartic? Is that the word? Quite a cathartic experience, or just meaningful?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the last one because I wasn't involved in the two previously. Charlie's always said you're going to be in one as Big Felipe, and I want you to be in one. But I think me not being in the Hoot House 3, it let it be a send off to the series that he created as a 14-year-old in his
I know what you mean.
bedroom.
It would have been great to have you in it, but I do see what you mean because it was we made it the week before people started moving away.
Yeah.
And
the day I moved,
it just felt it was all of the original group.
And me.
Apart from Isaac.
I replaced Isaac.
Yeah, you were a replacement for Isaac. That's fine.
Our friend group's endgame.
Yeah,
it was weird.
I think it'll be something really special to look back on in in a year or two when we've all progressed as people. We can all come back and watch this and just think about appreciate the time that we had when we were at high school.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of it'll be weird going back because obviously we're all we'll all have grown up a lot.
Yeah.
We'll need
over the first year.
We'll need to when we come back for summer, we all need to get together and just have an annual cinema watching of Hoot House 3.
Yes. Also, how on earth did that manage to get 1.9k views? It's 10 away from 1.9.
I know, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. I couldn't believe it.
It just completely came out of nowhere.
I could not believe it. It's Charlie's most viewed video by far.
By a mile.
I know, it's insane.
In the group chat, he was freaking out. He was like, it's 40 off of being the third most viewed. And then I looked at the next snap because I didn't open Snapchat for half an hour. And he was like, it's past my most viewed video. And
I was so happy for him because he seemed so genuinely happy that it had done so well. I felt very very pleased that he felt genuinely happy about it.
Yeah.
I think we were all just so glad that we managed to do it just before we left.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For a minute, it was looking like we weren't going to get it.
If Hoot House 3 wasn't filmed on that day, it was never getting filmed.
Yeah, no.
So the fact that we were all just able to come together on that one day, get all the filming done on that one day in the time schedule, and it turned out the way it did is quite impressive.
Yeah, I had an hour and a half when we managed to get all that done.
Yeah.
We moved in the day it was being filmed. I got to the new house. We'd packed everything up, and I was in the new house. I logged onto the Wi-Fi just to check the group chat, and you were all going to film when I was in the new house, and everything from the old house was here. And I was contemplating just saying, you know what, I'll come up, but it didn't feel right. It didn't feel.
Yeah.
Come up, steal the scene and the film with the massive screen presence I have. But it just felt right that I wasn't in it, and I hope possibly for 4 I can be in it.
I think if Hoot House 4 ever does get made, it's not gonna get made for like at least I'd say the same time period between 2 and
1,
3,
2. Oh,
or
I think
1
we
and
should
2
leave it a little bit.
yeah.
for sure.
I think
Wait
we should let it
until
rest and come back maybe even like after uni.
yeah, I think I think like if we all had like finished uni and came back and did like a 30-minute long professional Hoot House 4, it would just be
Oh.
insane, you know?
Like,
It
I
would be
know, that'd be
so
so
cool.
good.
two of
Be
us
so
potentially
cool.
7 degrees. You with an acting degree. Charlie could have like the first 10 minutes in Russian. Bruce could,
Everybody can come back.
Bruce could
Bruce
do
can
his
massage
feet in
people.
between.
Just gonna massage people's feet.
James could do the score.
James could
Oh,
score
like
it.
James and Ewan could do like a professional score.
Yeah.
Like James could like record instruments and everything. Ewan could like produce the music,
Yeah.
Jack wants
and like Sam could like
he can do this. He
like
can do
help directing and
cinematography.
Oh yeah, I could.
that'd be so
Oh yeah,
cool.
and also remember in the what was it? I think it was the trick shot motivation video
Mhm.
when I did a speech and then we had like it got quite expressive and then I had like a Hitler overlaid over it as like a joke.
That was so
I
funny.
could do it. I could do a speech in German.
Oh
I
yes.
can do it like a radio break, and I could pretend to be a news person and be like, "This just in: the Hoot House is back together." We're planning this, and it's Charlie's creation. We should probably not.
I do it. No, I do
It's
think
just,
though
you
like
know, it's nice to think about.
a Hoot House in 4 years that plays on all of our respective like career paths would be
That
quite
would
like
just be that would be crazy.
I could just
that'd be emotional.
for the
That would be so
intermission.
emotional.
For the intermission, I could do a stand-up special for an hour.
An hour stand-up special.
Yeah.
Work it into the video that will inevitably get 200,000 views.
Imagine how emotional. Where are they now? At the end of Food House 4, saying like where all the actual people are doing.
Ben decided to go back
Dude.
to Ghana and work there full time. He was a stand-up comedian at the Fringe 4 years in a row. He had a breakdown and decided to wash dishes full time.
Jacob's a full-time food runner at the ship in.
Sam's unemployed and
James
living in
Chesney.
a motel.
James Chesney dead at 27. James, please
Wait,
don't die.
Yeah,
yeah,
James.
please don't die at 27. Just so
Don't
you
die
can
at
join
27.
Club.
Okay, that's not how this is gonna happen.
James, I need you to score all my potential films.
Exactly. If you join the 27 club,
Cut it
who's
out,
gonna
cut it
score
out.
all the films?
All right, should we start wrapping it up because we're nearly at
Yeah.
we might be at
Yeah, I think
like
so.
an hour and a half.
Mhm.
Around that, I'd say.
Yeah.
Jacob, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah. That'd be
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure being on the podcast. It was good to just chat with you guys about whatever. I
Yeah.
hope I can be on another podcast in the future at some point.
You will.
definitely. You've made our job easier.
Hopefully
Yeah.
I will see you both in person very soon
Yeah. I'll give you
because it's been too long already.
Has been.
Sam,
Plug the socials as well.
oh yeah. Make sure to check out my Instagram at Turtley Creamed. Best username. Check out my Clash of Clans. Don't actually do that. And yeah, make sure to join the Discord server. Link will be in the description to join. That's about it. Thanks for having me on.
I'm going to download Clash of Clans right now.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Jacob.
It's been a privilege talking to you for all of tonight, to be honest.
It really has.
Times we've been playing Minecraft before this.
I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, it's been great.
Sam made a penis house.
I did.
Guys,
It's looking really good.
Watch this, dude.
What? They can't handle the word penis.
They're mature adults.
Sam, I also think you swore during this. I didn't want to.
Did I?
You. Yeah.
You
Definitely.
can bleep it, right?
Also,
I'm not gonna edit.
we're adults. Dude, did you hear how much I swore in Hood House? My dad watched that. He didn't care.
I was really offended by that.
The
Was
what?
she?
You have to personally apologize to my mother for swearing that much in the
I-
in the first three.
I'm terribly sorry for swearing. It was for the art.
My mum thought it was funny.
I was just going by the script.
That was the script.
I thought that was
Yeah, it was
interesting.
actually.
Oh, amazing.
Wait,
But that was
actually,
just
can I ask one last question?
yes.
How much of Hood House was scripted? Was it all scripted? Like
No.
single aspect?
Yeah, actually, I think it was only Sam and Charlie's bit at the start that was scripted.
Yeah.
Because when Charlie was playing Modern Warfare, his whatever, his computer popped, literally
Oh,
popped, and he lost the script. So we ended up having
Uh,
to loosely improvise
okay.
all of it,
So it's not
except for the first
it's not
scene.
all my fault for dropping out, and they had to re-script it.
No, we improvised it anyway, but I think it turned out very like Charlie gave us some lines to go off, but for the most part it was improvised. But I think that's what makes Food House as well.
Yeah. Okay, boys. Well, thank you for listening to another Scandi Reviews podcast. Hope you're enjoying the bonus ones. Remember, have a lovely day. Drink plenty of water.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Stand the Scandi Reviews podcast for clear skin and good dating luck. And thank you.
Amazing.
and 100 years of 100 years of love.
And remember, we were
Genghis
here.
Khan watches the
We
podcast.
were
Genghis Khan
here,
watches.
and you need to deal with it.
And we'll say shout out to our special viewers, Genghis Khan, John Lennon,
Them,
Vladimir Lenin is here.
them watching the podcast just negates every bad thing they've ever done.
Yeah, if you watch the Scandi Reviews podcast, you can't be a bad person.
That's
Yeah,
actually
for
a
sure.
fact.
That's
If
so
any of
true.
you are in court at any point, not that you will,
Just-
because you're all beautiful humans and we all love you. But if you
Yeah.
Just bring this up as evidence, and they'll say, "Aye."
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do you mean, not enough
Right.
evidence? My client clearly said he was dead ass.
I think
my client clearly likes, comments, and subscribes on the Scandi Reviews channel.
Exactly. Seems like
if
enough
you
evidence.
look at the receipts, you can clearly see my client is subscribed to the Scandi Reviews podcast. Oh, also, boys, there's the webcam. Remember to flipping subscribe to Sam Bound's Film Corner, my guys. I've got a Mulan rant that's been stuck on like 3 views for the past month. Yeah, that's sorted out.
I haven't finished writing my script for my special one because I've been very busy, and I don't know when that'll finish.
All busy people.
I don't know the next time Sam and I are going to do a podcast together, but I would like to just state now, Scandi Reviews News is going to take a little bit longer because some of my jokes are outdated. I was about 10 like a minute long bit. I was going to get into different characters. I was going to do different voices, but Tenet's out. I wrote the script, and Tenet is now out, so I cannot use the script. So that's fun. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it at my laziness, I think.
Keep an eye out for that at some point. It'll come.
Thank you for listening, boys. We love you all.
Thanks for listening.
Love you all.
Love you, boys.
See you later.